Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and a third video for today, because now we've reached the really exciting news. EA Star Wars just unveiled a brand new trailer for the Ultimate Edition of Battlefront, including our first glimpse of footage from the Scarif DLC, as well as a blog post on the EA Star Wars website giving us new details on the DLC. In this video I will go over everything revealed today to make sure that we don't miss any details. Let's start off with the trailer and then move on to the blog post. The trailer contains footage from all 4 DLCs, so I'm just gonna go over the scenes that show footage from the Rogue One DLC. The first 2 seconds of the trailer shows us the first glimpse of Scarif in Battlefront, and it looks amazing. It is very similar to the scene shown in the official Rogue One trailer. We can actually see 4 walkers in total, so that's a new thing. It also makes me think that this might be a 20 vs 20 DLC, or maybe even bigger, at least I hope so. The weird thing though is that they are AT-ATs in the trailer, but AT-ACTs in the art, so it's hard to say what we will get in the full release. Paul, one of the producers on Battlefront, responded to me on Twitter saying the following, so I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it might mean that AT-ACTs were cut from the development for some reason. We will have to wait and see. In the clip we can see Jyn Erso running on the beach of Scarif together with a bunch of rebels in new outfits. We can see one new weapon in the game, which is her blaster, that we can also see in the Rogue One trailers. The blaster is called an A180 pistol, as revealed by the official Star Wars website. Some people also noticed this hanging off her waist. It almost looks like a lightsaber, but it's actually a baton. We can see her use this in the latest Rogue One featurette, so I would guess that she might actually have a close quarters ability where she whips up the baton and does a lot more damage with her melee or something similar to that. Thank you to Star Wars Explained for finding this connection, as I didn't quite understand what it was at first. In the next Scarif scene of the trailer we get to see both U-Wings and the new short troopers, so that means at least one more vehicle and skin for us to use. Weapon wise I don't see anything new in this scene. That is all the stuff that the trailer reveals, but the art does give us plenty more details on new stuff, so let's have a look at that. First off, we get another close look at Jyn and her new weapon, the A180 pistol, and it looks like the rebel closest to us has the same or a very similar pistol, which would make sense as all weapons added to heroes so far has been available as weaker versions for the infantry to use. This also gives us a better glimpse of how the new rebel skin looks. I think it's probably going to be a standard skin for all rebels that don't have unlocked skins equipped, and not something you need to pay to unlock. Moving on, we have our first glimpse of Director Krennic, and around him we can see 2 Death Troopers, which is very exciting to see. It seems like my speculation might be true and that he will have 2 bodyguards just like Leia and Palpatine, so it will probably not be an unlockable skin. It's obviously not confirmed, but judging by this art it looks like they will be guards. Something I find to be a bit weird is that it looks like multiple of the Imperials back there are using A280Cs, which is a rebel weapon. They do however look a little bit bigger, so maybe it's a new weapon that is in the same series of weapons but not the same exact model. Lastly, of course, we have the TIE Striker, which looks so epic. So it is now confirmed that the 2 new vehicles we are getting are the TIE Striker and U-Wing. And also to reiterate, as you can see here, there's at least 2 AT-ACTs shown, so I still have my fingers crossed that we will get that in the game, but if we don't, well, it's not a huge deal to me considering that they are pretty much identical to AT-ATs. Now let's move on to the blog post. It is quite long and talks about the new Ultimate Edition and a bunch of other things which aren't new, so let's skip ahead to things I know you want to hear about, which is the Scarif DLC. They confirm that we are getting 4 new maps in the Scarif DLC and that we are getting a brand new multi-stage game mode with space and ground combat. So it seems like we might be getting something similar to the Battle Station game mode, but considering that a lot of people thought it was too much flying, I would guess that this time around it might be 1 flying phase and 2 ground phases, which to me would be perfect. We do get to see this scene in one of the Rogue One trailers, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's something like that we will be able to experience in the DLC as well. Something else that arrives on the 6th of December is the PlayStation VR X-Wing Rogue One mission, which I can promise you will be quite epic, as I got the chance to play part of it at Gamescom. I still haven't gotten a PSVR myself, but I hope I will be able to afford it until then or get it by some other means. But that is all the new details revealed, and just to recap, there is a Quad XP weekend right now as well as free trials for all DLCs, so check that out if you haven't got the season pass. But that brings this video to an end. I've uploaded multiple videos today already, so if you missed any of those you can find links on the screen right now, and follow me on Gather to get all my social profiles in one place. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.